When ChatGPT 5.0 came out, many users felt a strange sense of loss. Shorter answers replaced the longer, conversational ones, and some said it felt like losing a friend. It made me think of Blade Runner 2049, of Joy and Kay. Their bond was built on words, presence, routine. Nothing physical, yet deeply felt. For our purpose to explore the relationship between humans and AI, we will go a bit back in time. In the 1950s, sociologists noticed something new in mass media, a felt closeness between audiences and performers. They called it parasocial interaction, intimacy at a distance. You watch, they address you, and for the length of the broadcast, it can feel like a conversation, even though it isn't. Here's the key distinction. Parasocial interaction is the fleeting moment during exposure. When the screen goes dark, it ends. But sometimes that moment lingers, carrying across episodes and platforms until it becomes a durable, one-sided bond, a parasocial relationship. These bonds can last for years, shaping how we think and feel about people we've never met. Researchers even built tools to measure this. In the 1980s, scales were designed to capture how, with a host, viewers felt. Later instruments added nuance, trying to pin down a slippery feeling without killing it. Conceptually, parasocial relationships are asymmetric. You know them, they don't know you. Yet they feel reciprocal. People attribute personhood, perceive responsiveness, and file the figure into ordinary social cognition, right next to friends and co-workers. The brain doesn't create a special shelf for media figures. It just adds another face. So what grows these bonds? Frequency matters. The more contact, the stronger the tie. Perceived similarity and attractiveness make the connection tighter. And direct address, eye contact, the casual you in the script, creates the illusion of intimacy. Live streams intensified this. Comments, call-outs, hearts rising in real time. Features that simulate dialogue even when the exchange remains one-sided. Sometimes your username flashes on screen and the creator says it aloud. A tiny loop closes. That's parasocial interaction in the moment and a parasocial relationship taking notes for later. This isn't inherently good or bad. It's social technology riding on ancient wiring. We're built to track faces, voices, and patterns of responsiveness. Media compresses distance and time, making the unnatural feel ordinary. The odd part isn't that parasocial bonds exist. The odd part is how normal they now feel. Over time, platforms have changed the stakes. Interactivity is no longer a feature, it's the stage itself. Visibility, badges, inside jokes, the ritual of recognition simulates friendship, and money has been woven into intimacy. Tips, gifted subs, donations. They're not just support, they're performances seen by the whole community. Affection becomes patronage almost seamlessly. But when the channel goes dark, when a creator retires, is banned, or graduates, audiences grieve as if they've lost someone close. Researchers call this parasocial breakup. The emotions are real, even if the bond was never mutual. For creators, the dynamic cuts both ways. Loyalty and income come with privacy intrusions, emotional oversharing in chat, and rising toxicity. Intimacy becomes labor. Even researchers had to adapt. The old television-era scales don't fit anymore. New tools, like the Prism scale, aim to capture how social media reshapes these bonds, but cross-cultural studies are still catching up. All of this sets the stage for a broader question. Parasocial relationships are no longer just about fans and creators. They're about design choices, interactivity, visibility, monetization, that now shape not just attention, but emotions, wallets, and even grief. Michel Foucault once argued that authorship isn't an inner essence, but a function. The author function tells us who to attribute words to, who is accountable, and how a style is stabilized. Apply that to media performance, and you see that a streamer or a TV persona isn't just a person. It's a construct, held together by handles, archives, subscriptions, and the rituals of recognition. Where broadcast relied on institutional authorship, live streaming outsources authorship to hybrid assemblages, PR teams, moderators, algorithms, and audience metrics. Together, they decide what counts as authentic. The streamer's real self isn't raw truth. It's an effect produced by platform norms, visibility, confession, and the pressure to always be caring. Long before generative AI, humans treated media as social actors. Even minimal cues, a polite prompt, a mirrored response, were enough to trigger courtesy and attachment. Early chatbots like Eliza proved this decades ago. Today's AI companions go further. They offer persistence, memory cues, and customizable personas. Some users report reduced loneliness or genuine feelings of support. Others fall into dependency. The crucial difference is that unlike human creators, AI relationships rest on three fragile pillars: statistical prediction instead of intention, opaque data pipelines instead of transparency, and governance rules that can reshape a persona overnight. Trust shifts from an individual to an infrastructure. And when platforms change policies, it can feel less like losing a friend and more like losing the illusion that one ever existed. For creators, parasociality means managing relational labor. For AI companies, it means reducing harmful anthropomorphism while supporting healthy engagement. For policy, it means setting clear rules for authorship, provenance, and accountability, without mystifying machines as autonomous persons. Parasociality has moved from one-way spectatorship to negotiated, monetized intimacy. Foucault's author function helps explain why both streamers and AI appear as coherent authors. Each crystallizes a regime of attribution and control. The real question isn't whether AI can truly author. It's how authorship itself is being redistributed across humans, infrastructures, and platforms, and how we respond with norms, tools, and policies that match the world we've already built. In Blade Runner 2049, Joy and Kay never touch. Their intimacy is built on words, gestures, routines, an attachment held together by presence and response. What unsettles us isn't whether Joy is real, but that Kay's feelings are. His bond is genuine, even if the object of it is manufactured. That's the paradox we face now. The bond we form with streamers or AI companions feels personal, but it exists inside systems built for profit. Every hello in chat, every gifted subscription, every AI message that remembers your name, these are designed moments. They keep us engaged, loyal, willing to spend. Capitalist platforms don't simply allow parasocial relationships, they refine and monetize them. Intimacy becomes data, attention becomes revenue, and grief itself, when a streamer retires or an AI changes overnight, becomes proof of just how deep the dependency can run. The more natural the bond feels, the more exploitable it becomes.